Every night, when we look up at the stars, a thought comes to our minds. Are we truly alone, or is someone else out there looking back? The thought of alien life has fascinated humanity for centuries, blending science, mystery, and imagination into one of the greatest puzzles of existence. From ancient myths to modern UFO sightings, from powerful telescopes to missions across our solar system, the search never stops. The universe is too vast for silence to feel like the final answer. In this video, we'll explore everything about aliens and what science knows so far. So, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Let's begin. The immensity of the universe. When we talk about the universe being big, we don't really grasp just how big. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, alone has somewhere between 100 to 400 billion stars. And beyond our galaxy, there are an estimated 2 trillion galaxies out there. 2 trillion. That means stars upon stars upon stars, each potentially with its own family of planets orbiting around it. Astronomers have already found thousands of these exoplanets beyond our solar system, and some look like they could be cousins of Earth. Rocky surfaces, potential atmospheres, or the right distance from their stars to allow liquid water. That habitable zone is one of the key things scientists look for, because where there's water, there's at least a chance for life. Statistically, it feels impossible that Earth is the only place where life has shown up. Even if intelligent beings like us are rare, just microbes, plants, or simple creatures could be scattered across the cosmos in ways we'll never even be able to count. But the haunting part is this: possibility doesn't equal proof. We have numbers and logic on our side, but we still don't have the smoking gun. Not yet. The hunt for life beyond Earth. Scientists aren't just sitting around dreaming, they're actively looking. Whole careers, whole organizations exist just to chase the idea of alien life. One of the biggest efforts is SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which has spent decades scanning the skies for radio signals or patterns of communication that might mean someone out there is trying to talk. So far, silence, or at least nothing confirmed. Then there are the space missions. Rovers crawling across Mars, drilling into rocks, hunting for any tiny sign that life once existed there. Probes studying moons like Europa or Enceladus, where deep oceans are hidden under shells of ice. Places like that might be teeming with microbial life, swimming in the dark, waiting to be discovered. And then there are telescopes, giants like the James Webb Space Telescope, peering across unimaginable distances, analyzing atmospheres of exoplanets for gases that could hint at biology. It's like looking for fingerprints on glass a galaxy away. Despite all of this, we're still left with more questions than answers. Some people get frustrated. Why haven't we found anything yet? But the universe doesn't owe us quick answers. Maybe we're just scratching the surface, standing on the shore of a cosmic ocean with nothing but a jar trying to scoop up evidence. UFOs, UAPs, and the things we can't explain. Of course, when most people think of aliens, they don't think of telescopes or scientific papers. They think of UFOs, strange lights in the sky, objects moving in ways that defy our understanding. Today, the term has shifted to UAPS, unidentified aerial phenomena, and they're taken a lot more seriously than they used to be. Even governments now admit some sightings can't easily be explained. The US military has released videos from fighter pilots showing bizarre objects darting through the sky. These aren't fringe conspiracy theories anymore. They're documented cases. But here's the catch. Unexplained doesn't automatically mean extraterrestrial. A blurry video of a fast-moving light isn't proof of aliens. It could be atmospheric tricks, experimental human tech, or even glitches in the systems recording the data. Skeptics remind us of that, and they're right. Without real, undeniable evidence, connecting these dots to alien spacecraft is a leap. Still, the fact that so many of these sightings remain mysterious keeps the fire alive, because deep down, we all want that story to be true. Ancient stories and human imagination. It's not just modern sightings that fuel alien curiosity. For a long time, people have wondered if ancient civilizations had contact with beings from the stars. Some point to the pyramids, Stonehenge, or Mayan temples and say, how could humans build this without help? That's where theories of ancient astronauts come from. The idea that extraterrestrials visited Earth long ago and gave humans a hand in building our world. Mainstream historians don't buy it. They say those structures can be explained through human innovation, teamwork, and generations of learning. But even if the science is clear, the idea of aliens in our distant past won't go away. Maybe it's because those stories speak to something deeper in us, a longing to believe we've been noticed, that we're part of something much bigger. It's less about aliens actually stacking stones in Egypt and more about humanity's urge to imagine ourselves connected to the cosmos. The Big Paradox. Back in the 1960s, astronomer Frank Drake tried to put some math to the question of alien civilizations. He came up with what's now known as the Drake equation, which lays out all the factors that would contribute to intelligent life existing in our galaxy. How many stars are formed, how many of those stars have planets, how many of those planets are habitable, how many actually develop life, and how many of those lives evolve into intelligence and communication. The equation doesn't give us a hard number. It's more like a framework. Depending on how you plug in the values, you could end up with a galaxy buzzing with civilizations or one that's eerily empty. But then comes the gut punch, the Fermi paradox. If intelligent life is so probable, then where is everybody? Why haven't we picked up a clear signal? Why no undeniable visits? No galactic neighbors introducing themselves? Some say maybe civilizations don't last long. They destroy themselves before they can reach out. Others say maybe they're too far for us to detect, or maybe they're avoiding us, treating Earth like a nature reserve they're not allowed to interfere with. There's even the possibility that they are communicating, just not in ways we know how to listen for. It's unsettling. The math leans one way, but reality so far leans the other. And the gap between the two is where the mystery lives. What comes next? The search isn't slowing down. The tools we have now, our telescopes, our probes, our AI systems, are more powerful than anything humanity's ever had before. The James Webb Telescope can spot details we couldn't dream of a decade ago. Missions are being planned to drill into the ice of Europa or float through Titan's thick atmosphere. Scientists are getting better at reading the fingerprints of life in distant atmospheres. We're on the edge of breakthroughs. Will we find microbial life in our solar system within the next few decades? It feels possible. Will we one day detect a signal from a civilization far away? Maybe. Or maybe we'll just keep finding silence, and the silence itself will become the story, that we really are alone, the only conscious beings in the endless dark. That possibility is terrifying, but also awe-inspiring. Because if we're it, if humanity is the only spark of awareness in this universe, then what a responsibility that gives us. To protect life, to expand, to make sure that spark doesn't fade. So, are aliens real? Right now, we don't know. And maybe not knowing is what keeps us reaching, exploring, and dreaming. The question itself binds us together across cultures, across centuries. It forces us to look up and remember how small we are, but also how much potential we carry. Whether we're someday greeted by another civilization or remain the lone storytellers of the cosmos, the search itself reminds us of something bigger than proof. That's all for today's video. Hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.